Pittsburgh, PA. This is a complete renovation. As you can see, you've got the 376 Parkway that will be running directly behind the facility. This was a shooting range. I just met with the owner and the broker, and they're going to do a complete remodel. The basic footprint of the building is 100 foot by 80 foot, and there's a second story that's another 4-story. So the idea is that all this will end up being demoed on the inside, and I'll do an outside. This stairway here, and I'll get a better view of it, is all coming down. So you're going to end up with a straight 80-foot front block building, because this part here all comes down, the stairwell. I envision the storefront being put right where the new wall will be. So we'll put an 8-foot storefront. All this gets blocked up. I think you're going to need 2 overhead doors, and I would think one would go on this corner, which I believe is the northwest corner of the building, and that could be for customer loading and unloading. And then I proposed, and again, this is an issue, Chris, that I think John, because the broker said this was not in the original LOI, but I think that you should have a separate overhead door here where the semis could come in. You could put your yard ramp down here and unload away from your customer loading and unloading. So the parking lot's in good shape. The current flooring is about 4 feet below grade. They're going to pour a whole new floor in to make it grade level. Another issue that came up, Chris, is there's an existing rooftop, 15-ton rooftop, that they were proposing to reuse, and I told them that that wouldn't fit your needs. You can see it. That unit that's kind of on top of the building, I told them that we probably only need a 3.5, maybe a 4-ton split system, that we don't heat and cool our warehouse. So that's another issue that Kim said he'll have to discuss with you. They were planning on reusing that for their build-out. I'm not sure how much of the inside you're going to be able to see. It's kind of dark. This whole ceiling, currently it's a 2-story. This whole ceiling is going to be ripped out. Let me go upstairs where it's more wide open. You can move that for a second, I'd appreciate it. This kind of gives you a better idea of what the footprint. You'll end up with a 20-foot high ceiling in the warehouse. This wall is all going to be knocked down. So you'll end up basically with a straight 100-foot show warehouse, less this area here, back here, is the part that the second tenant will have. They'll have their own entrance, which is, they'll come up through the side of the building, and hopefully you'll understand. So they're anticipating renting this out, the upper level, for the extra 4,000 feet. Your space would have, this wall would come down, It has 2 bathrooms, which would be located in the warehouse. And I think that these are suitable and can stay. And then basically we'll just drop in. This is where I envision kind of looking out that way, where your storefront, this would be looking out your storefront door, over by where that current door opening is. That's where your storefront door will be. And basically we could lay out, you know, your standard, you know, 40 by 30 showroom. Once it gets done, I think this is a great building. They're going to paint the whole building white. They're going to clean up all the landscaping. They renovated the building. They said that the building next door, which was is now the Enterprise building, was much rougher than this. And they did a nice job. You can see kind of what they did here. But once it gets renovated, I think it's going to be very nice. He says he can turn this in 3 months complete. I think that's optimistic.